You ever find yourself stuck in a mental loop, replaying a conversation from yesterday or stressing about something that might happen tomorrow? If you do, you've probably been told to just think positive or find a distraction. But what if I told you a lot of that common advice is actually making your overthinking worse? The real reason your brain won't shut off isn't what you think. It's not a personal flaw. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden psychological triggers that keep you stuck, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. First, let's get one thing straight. If you've tried to just stop overthinking and failed, you're not broken. Honestly, telling an overthinker to stop thinking is like telling someone with a cough to just stop coughing. It's not helpful, and it misses the entire point. Overthinking isn't the actual problem. It's a symptom of something much deeper. Our brains are wired to solve problems. From an evolutionary standpoint, thinking ahead about potential threats was a crucial survival skill. That little rustle in the bushes could have been a predator, and worrying about it kept our ancestors alive. The problem is, in our modern world, your brain applies that exact same life and death intensity to an unread text message or an awkward pause in a meeting. This creates a feedback loop where repetitive thoughts or rumination become a habit. Your brain genuinely thinks it's helping you prepare for the worst, but instead it just gets you stuck on a mental treadmill, burning a ton of energy without going anywhere. So when you try to force it to stop, you just create more anxiety because you're basically fighting your brain's own protective instincts. So if overthinking is just a symptom, what's the real cause? It really boils down to two powerful psychological triggers that are fueling the fire. First is a deep-seated intolerance of uncertainty. Your brain is a prediction machine. It craves certainty because knowing what's coming next is how it keeps you safe. So when it's faced with the unknown, like waiting for feedback at work or wondering where a new relationship is going, its default response is to run endless what-if scenarios. It feels like you're being productive, but all you're really doing is generating anxiety about a dozen futures that will likely never happen. The second trigger is the illusion of control. When we feel powerless, overthinking gives us a false sense of being in charge. By analyzing a problem from every angle and replaying every past mistake, we feel like we're doing something. It's a coping mechanism designed to make us feel safe when we're actually feeling overwhelmed. The cruel irony? This relentless analysis often leads to analysis paralysis, where you get so stuck in your own head that you can't make a decision at all. But the truth is, your brain isn't broken. It's just following an outdated pattern. The good news, you can actually rewire it to respond differently. Here are 3 ways to start doing that. Okay, so understanding the triggers is the first step. The next is learning how to respond differently when they show up. Remember, this isn't about stopping your thoughts, but about changing your relationship to them. If you want a simple way to start practicing this, I actually created a free 3-day workbook that guides you through small daily steps to quiet your mind and make clearer small decisions without burning out. It's designed specifically for introverts and overthinkers who want structure without the overwhelm. You can grab it using the link in the description. Now, here are 3 practical strategies you can start using today. First, schedule your worry time. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but this is a powerful technique from cognitive behavioral therapy. Instead of letting anxious thoughts hijack your entire day, you set aside a specific limited window, say 15 minutes at 5 p.m., to just let your mind go for it. If a worry pops up earlier in the day, you just tell yourself, nope, I'll think about that during my scheduled worry time. This technique, sometimes called worry postponement, acknowledges the thought without letting it take over, putting you back in control of your focus. Second, practice thought labeling. When a repetitive thought pops up, instead of getting swept away by the drama, simply label it. For example, instead of spiraling into, I can't believe I said that, everyone thinks I'm an idiot, you just observe it and say to yourself, I'm having the thought that I embarrassed myself. This simple trick, drawn from metacognitive therapy, creates a tiny bit of space between you and your thought. By labeling them, you start seeing them for what they are, passing mental events, not facts. And third, use the 5-minute decision rule. Overthinking loves indecision. For small, reversible decisions, give yourself a strict time limit, 5 minutes. What to wear, what to eat for lunch, how to phrase that email. When the timer goes off, you just make a choice and move on. This does two amazing things. It shatters the cycle of analysis paralysis, and it builds self-trust. It teaches your brain that you're perfectly capable of making good enough decisions without deliberating for hours. Your brain isn't your enemy here. It's just trying to protect you with a really outdated playbook. Overthinking is driven by a fear of the unknown and a desperate need for control. But the truth is, you can't control everything, and you'll never have all the answers. Instead of fighting your own mind, you can learn to work with it. You can manage your thoughts by containing them with a worry schedule, distancing yourself with thought labeling, and taking decisive action with the 5-minute rule. You absolutely have the power to step off that mental treadmill for good. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more insights into your mind, and let me know in the comments which one of these strategies you're going to try first.